Ladies and gentlemen, about 1 minute.
Welcome to Budapest and to this fifth day of the 2017 Suzuki World Judo Championships. Well, Budapest is actually two cities in one, with Buda and Pest laying either side of the river Danube. And what a city to hold a World Championships. It's been amazing. Japan obviously leading in the medals, but the rest of the world, I can tell you, are chasing hard. Today, though, is another day altogether, and there are 3 weight categories being contested today with more chances for gold medals. This final block on day 5 will start with some repechage fights, and my co-commentator Sheldon Franco-Rooks will tell us what the matches are that we're just about to start this day with.
Good afternoon, Neil, and good afternoon, everyone at home. We're going to begin with the under 70 kilo category repechage contest featuring Maria Portela of Brazil. She's up against Maria Bernabeu of Spain. It'll be Portela in the white judogi, Bernabeu in blue. And the referee in the middle for this one is Jean-Jacques Ruska of France.
Well, their world rankings are not that far away from each other, are they? World rank 7, Portela, and Bernabeu 9, ranked 9. And both of these have been fighting very, very hard. I mean, there's not going to be an easy way, is there, at a World Championship, Sheldon? I mean, it's just hard work and, you know, grit and determination. And she's been time almost every match, Portela. But anyway, she's got good condition. So's this lady here, so aggressive. And it's going to be a good fight to start us off on this 5th day.
Portela is one of the most difficult fighters in the category to get past, and it's not, you know, some people have this reputation of being a spoiler. She's not a spoiler at all, and a very, very difficult competitor to get past. On the other side, Bernabeu has got a bit of previous here because she is a silver medalist at the World Championships and 5th place at the Olympics, so she's been there or thereabouts.
Yeah, and she's consistent, isn't she? With her performances as well, she's been really, really consistent. And so this should be a really tough match. I think that Portela is going to be looking to punish any kind of techniques that she might do with the uranagi. And there's her opening the attacks up there. And of course, Bernabeu straight into the attack. She did a couple of good turnovers into the old Saikomi, Bernabeu of Spain. So Portela better not just lie on her front in defence.
I don't think there's any no problems caused by being a little bit shorter. Portela manages everyone in the category, so she's not at that kind of disadvantage with, you know, height or anything.
No, I don't think so. She's got good Seoinage attacks as well, both sides. Have a look at their sleeve grips here, dominating the sleeve grips. I don't think that we've been giving fast enough penalties for defensive grips, and it was said before this World Championships that we were definitely going to do that, and saying that, and there he is, a defensive grip and a penalty. But it gives a message, and that's the important thing, that you can't do it. If you pin a grip, attack off it.
Portela just hanging on to that grip that Neil's talking about for a little bit too long.
Yeah, well, she likes the action-reaction, doesn't she? She pins the sleeve, and then when it suits her, she pops underneath for the Sori Sora Komigoshi off the 2 sleeves. But you can't just wait, and that's the whole thing about the new interpretation is you can't do it. Oh, Sodagari there from Bernabeu. And this is where she is dangerous now, because if she stays there, Portela, she might find herself in trouble here. She's done this twice already. She'll trap that arm and then try with the turn. Mate called.
Should have expected a little bit more out of that near-waza exchange from Bernabeu. It was a good position. Portela had given it up, said, OK, you take it. She should have made a little bit more of that.
Yeah, well, the 2 times she was successful, she had a bit of leverage on the arm, and of course, Portela just pulls the arm in, says no thanks. Certainly, Bunabu is the one pushing forward. She's the one, but she could come unstuck here with that Uranagi if she's not careful. And yes, Awazari scored. Stay there too long, and it's just perfect for them. That's exactly what she wanted. She's pulled the head down, then she comes across, and look at the hips going in there. Just about gets the score as well, doesn't land on her own back.
So the lead is Awazari with a little over a minute and a half left to go.
Well, it's a shame, isn't it? All the hard work there. And that's a second penalty up for Portela. So one more of those and she just might find herself off home, because that's going to be it.
Time to get going.
Well, it is, and it puts you under pressure, doesn't it, with a minute and a half to go, especially with Bunabu, because she's going to come forwards now, pile the pressure on. So remember, this is a repechage final match. This isn't a fight for third place. The winner of this will fight a losing semi-finalist for the bronze medal. Sometimes it is the hardest route through. If you lose in a semi-final, for example, or if you lose in the later rounds, you think, well, if I lose this, I'm gone. It's all over. Bunabu going forwards all the time. Ouchi this time from Portela.
Just managed to step off that, the Spaniard.
Well, most of them are staying inside the area, and that's one of the reasons that they're so strict with the edge play now, and it makes a difference. I'd like to see them doing it with the Shidos, actually. .21 seconds then, and Bunabu is the one with the score. She's going to get a penalty for going out there. She just walked out. Well, they've got Bunabu there with the score and not Portela. And the reason behind that, the reason that Bunabu gets the nod on that, is that Portela, when she did the Uranagi, she went onto her back, and that's the way they've judged it. So very fine line, but that was the way it was.
We'll get a chance to see it in the replay, and at that point, you know, Neil will talk you through and explain it, because there may be a few people at home thinking, "Oh, I don't agree with that," or whatever. But no doubt the explanation that Neil will offer up now will clear that up for those of you at home who are not absolutely certain what went on there.
Well, I'll lead you in just slightly, and the fact is that it's any Kayashiwaza, which is any sacrifice or any counter, should I say, the one that attacks, if she maintains the grip, she's the one that will get the score. And the one that actually counters, if you go onto your own back first, you cannot get the score. So if the attacker there loses the grip, then there'll be no score whatsoever. But she maintained the grip, she kept hold of her, and she fell on top there, and it was her score. So that's how that comes about. Portela is out. Bunabu goes through to fight for third place.
Well, we come now to the semi-final in the under 70 kilo category. We're covering the semi-final between Arai Chizuru of Japan. She faces Yuri Alver of Colombia. It's Arai in the white judogi, Alver in blue.
Well, the world rankings really come out there, haven't they? And you can see it, but Alvia, I could tell you now, because she's been on my mat all day, has been on blistering form. She's, we were talking yesterday about how they come out. You can tell the way they come out, whether they're hungry for it, and I can tell you now she's ready for it. Silver medalist in the Olympic Games, Alvia, three-time world champion. Alvia, I'm telling you now, going for a fourth world title because she is on great form. She looks hungry, she looks as if she wants it. This lady here got her work cut out. Arai Chizuru is going to be wearing white. This lady here, three-time world champion, which is pretty remarkable, isn't it? If you think she's from Colombia, and Colombia had never had a world champion before.
Well, I'm looking forward to this one. I think Arai obviously is going to be an incredibly strong test for Alvia, but when the question is asked, Alvia comes up with an answer. Let's see if she's got one this time around.
All day, I tell you. Watch out. Every time that she does a Soto Makikomi, she comes across with the right leg of the opponent just bends and she takes them down. She's ended up in Yushiro Kazagatami both times. Let's have a look, see if she can do it here. Ashiwaza straight away from Arai.
Undefeated this year, by the way, Alvia. 8 months into the year and she's still got a clean sheet, and that comes after the Grand Slam in Baku, the Pan American Champions, Asian Open, and now here at the World Championships.
Pretty good, isn't it? I mean, because she did go off the, not off the boil, but just lost a couple of matches, you know, and just showed that she is mortal a little bit anyway. But I mean, now, incredible, so strong physically as well, but she's going to have to get back on the pace here because Arai had such a good work rate in the quarterfinals. She really did. She just wore her opponents down.
Last time Alvia lost was to Arai's teammate Tachimoto Haruka at the Olympic Games, the final of the Olympic Games in Rio.
Yeah, so consistent. So consistent. Here she is again, another semi-final of the World Championships. Big arm over now. There we go. Trying to wrap herself around that leg, but she needs control of the arm. Well, she will do well there, Arai, if she manages to turn this lady, but she manages to almost.
Ueno Yoshia in the chair for Arai. Herself a double world champion and Olympic medalist as well.
They do have a few of them, though, don't they? They really do. Coming up to the halfway mark now. Alvia almost going over. Did she land on her side? Now, this is a turn because she nearly ended up there in the Yushiro Kazagatami herself there. That was a score for Arai. Turn the tables. Starts off with the Uchimata. Then it goes into the Makikomi and she lands on her side. Certain score. Well, now she's got it all to do. Alvia, though, will not stop. Tell you, you have a look at Arai. Her stance all the way through the day has been impeccable, even when she's been under pressure. That's going to be a definite penalty there for just dropping onto her knees. Up to Alvia. She's just got a minute and a bit to go. She's got to do something. Clever fighting from Arai, who is really just stopping her coming across. She's blocking all the time now. She's definitely in defensive mode. Possible second penalty coming up for Arai. But look at the Alvia's doing the same, got to say.
Yeah, you know, she must know that an attack from her will balance things up. She doesn't, and she goes further behind now by picking up a second penalty.
So now 40 seconds, this semi-final. She can't get that arm across. Good drop Sianagi there from Arai. Good tactical play this. She's playing this perfectly. I mean, she knows that if she grips up with her, the strength of Alvia is going to be too much. But now she looks at the clock, trying to waste time in Newaza, and the referee allowing this to carry on. As long as it's progressive and as long as there's something that can come from it, he'll allow it to carry on. Look at that, 9 seconds left.
Clever, as Neil said. Keep busy, keep working on the ground, and for as long as you look positive, they'll let it continue. Last chance for Alvia here.
Great match that. Arai there goes back over to Alvia to say thank you, but that was some match. It really was. It was a good tactical match by Arai. Alvia couldn't get near her, actually, could she?
It was clever, you know, and the scoreboard worked for her, the clock worked for her. She was able to carry out her plan once things were in place. Clever, well worked out. Alvia not able to progress this time. However, she may still end up on the podium.
She might just do that, and again, just showing consistency. Here's the Uchimata. Turns into Makikomi, but it's what she's been doing all day, and she almost fell into the Yushiro Kesakatami as well. And that is what Alvia's been doing all day as well. She had such control of the arm when she went down that she just turned it into a hold down. Kim Polling she beat in about 27 seconds.
Arai will be delighted with that win, because with all due respect to the other semi-finalists, Alvia was the quality left in the competition, and Arai has overcome her. Maria Perez and Asma Niang are the other semi-finalists, and we've just seen out of the corner of my eye that Maria Perez has thrown Asma Niang for Wazari. That was in golden score, and it'll be Maria Perez of Puerto Rico to face Arai Chizuru of Japan in the final of the under 70 kilo category. So one Pan American disposed of, and another one, and quite an exciting young prospect, Maria Perez. A dangerous little throw as well.
Well, have they had a world champion? So neither have, well, Niang? No, never. I mean, she's never been to world final, so it was always going to be a new world finalist. So it should be an interesting match.
Yep, we'll have a look and enjoy that one when it comes out. That'll be the final. Maria Perez of Puerto Rico to face Arai Chizuru of Japan, the final of the under 70 kilo category. But before that, we've got the repechage contest in the under 90 kilo category. Coming up next, it'll be Ushangi Margiani of Georgia to face Mamadali Mediev of Azerbaijan. It's Margiani in the white judogi, Medvedev in blue.
Well, it should. I know Medvedev has been on great form. He really has. He was a bit unlucky as well in the quarterfinals, and so very, very disappointed. But he'll be fighting for a chance to fight for third place. Medvedev, of course, losing to Toth of Hungary. Battle royal they had. Medvedev made a mistake coming over just once too often, and Toth disappeared underneath him. Well, the crowd just loving this. They really are. This is almost a capacity crowd, and you can see them there now. It's a great view of them. So Magiani of Georgia, 23 years of age here, world ranked 19, and Medvedev, 24 years of age and ranked 16. So for them, this is all new territory. World Championships. They will want to finish the day with a world medal, but they've got 2 matches still to come. Of course, the winner of this will go on to lose one of the go on to fight one of the losing semi-finalists. Lots of smiles, as you would imagine here, and just talking to some of the Hungarian supporters, just absolutely loving the fact that they've got World Championships on their doorstep. Magiani there walking out, he's going to be wearing white. Medvedev here has had an amazing day. I think he expected to go right the way through to the final without a doubt. Brilliant judo. Very, very awkward, very one-sided. So I think we're going to see some really unusual stuff here. Mergiani as well can come from different angles. And, well, when it comes to Medvedev, very one-sided, left-handed, and a lot of his techniques come from there. Mergiani then against Medvedev. Repechage final. 2 repechage finals, of course, and another one. Oh, look at that! It's all over! Oh, well, he gets a Wazari for it, and straight into the hold down. Oh, well, that was an amazing pickup. He just picked him up, slammed him down, and Medvedev there, the shock on his face, just picks him up. You don't get much more classical than that. And that was amazing. Well, Margiani, I think, injured himself. He tried to throw him so hard. He gets a Wazari for that. And Medvedev still has a chance. Is he going to do it again? Margiani's going to take him down again. Second one. Second Wazari. Round the back, and he doesn't know what to do with it at all, Medvedev. 2 Wazaris, not even a minute gone. It's going to go again. Is this it? Margiani wants to show everybody that he is worthy of a world medal. Shrikasvili, of course, the former world champion, went up a weight category. He's not fighting here, though. Now defensive, Margiani. And he's got to make sure that he doesn't go too defensive And there's only a minute and a half gone. I'm not sure if he's injured, because he looked to me as if he injured himself when he landed. He tried to throw him so hard. I'm not sure. Well, it's a long time to hold on to a score. 2 scores. Sianagi this time. And watch the good stance that Medvedev will have now. If he starts dropping Margiani, he's going to have real problems. This might be a first Shido. First one up on the board. Medvedev looking for the arm over the top. He wants to start his judo here, but Margiani, every time he goes over the top there, disappears around the back. Now wrapping the arm up. Complete control from Margiani at the moment. Two amazing pickups, Sheldon, and Medvedev didn't have a chance with it.
He's got the right height for Margiani, hasn't he, Medvedev? He's just got that height where you don't have to get your hips as low in there. He hasn't really got to get under him. He's there already. Oh.
Yeah, well, he's been going over the top with the left arm, Medvedev, and he paid the price twice with it.
Offering himself up. A little over a minute left to go, 1 minute and 1 second. 2 scores on the board for Margiani. Medvedev with a lot of work to do here. Big job.
It is a big job. He thought it had gone. I mean, he put his head down after one of them, which he just landed on, just off his shoulders. So it wasn't an ippon, but he had to then fight to get out of the outside commi. So it kind of took it out of them, both of them actually. You can see they're both tired. Medvedev now trying to get that big right arm over. There it is. Now this is where he's dangerous. Watch this. "22 seconds left. Now definitely defensive here, Margiani. That right arm is defending, and Sumigaeshi there from Medvedev. 9 seconds, he has a little look at the clock. Five seconds left. Needs a big attack. It's too late. Margiani gets it. He'll go through to fight for a bronze medal, but he'll have to recover first, because he looks to me as if he's very, very tired.
Well, earlier on, when we were watching Margiani in round 3, we said Margiani's blowing. We're not sure if he'll be able to come out for round 4. He came out for round 4. Round 4, Margiani's blowing again here. He looks really tired. He came out, he won that. And now it's in the repechage contest. Again, he looks out on his feet. 1 more to go, that's it. He's got to come out for 1 more contest and he can medal. Shangi
Just
Margiani.
tell him.
I'll run down there now.
Margiani then wins. Look, well, you don't need a translator to know what he's saying. Got nothing left, he says, but that's not true. You've always got something that you can dig in for, and he'll have to dig deep now for his next fight. That's the first one. Wow. Which one are we going to see? Look at this. Look how he just hotches him up here. Medvedev at this moment is saying, oh, I don't think so. He almost break falls, but look where he lands, on his side. And I think, well, he tries to pull it back, but he's round the back again, Margiani. And this is where he tips him. Sakashi's him over and takes him onto his side for the second score. They're absolutely renowned for that, aren't they? They just can get round your back. They're dangerous with the pickups.
We've got the semi-final of the under 90 kilo category up next. And the roof is about to come off because Nemanja Majdov of Serbia is up against home favourite Tot Christian of Hungary. It'll be Majdov in the white judogi and Tot in blue.
Well, you can hear it, can't you? Everybody's started already. Well, a couple of looking at the world rankings there, Toth, of course, hasn't fought that much since the Olympic Games, so that's why his world rankings dropped down a bit. But Majdov of Serbia there, world rank 23, but he's been working towards that, and this is the first time he's been anywhere near a world semi-final. So there will be history made here because the incredible thing is that there's two Serbians, Kukolj, of course, who is the world #1 at the moment. He's going to be in the other semi-final. Possibility of a Serbian final. Wow.
The really sad thing is there's a possibility that there could be no medal for Serbia either.
True.
2 losses here and they go home empty-handed. 2 wins here, you know, you get gold and silver. Look at the contrast that there could be today. I hope they come out with something. I just wouldn't want to say in public what I hope. I don't want to upset anyone. Majdov in the white judogi, Tot in blue. Semi-final of the under 90 kilo category. Neil.
Well, the atmosphere in here, you could cut it with a knife. This man here, every time he just twitches now, everybody's going to be on their feet. We're going to be on their feet as well. Look at this camera. I love this camera. This camera just gets inside the match. Toft, silver medalist, when he lost to Iliadis in the final. And I think he's been junior world champion as well, hasn't he, Toth? When he looks down and out, Toth, that's when he disappears underneath. So, and that's what the training is all about. Learning how to react even when you're tired. That's when you get the big scores. Oh, that was like lightning, that. Majdov there, straight into the attack. Sianagi on the left. Well, you can see there's family up there. Family, friends. Toth will have everybody up there, I'm sure of it. He's got to attack back now. That was a really strong attack from Majdov. Cross grip there. Oh, and he's looking for the Uranagi. Having his head dominated at the moment. Same happened to him in the quarterfinal, but then just at the end, just pulled it out. Dropped underneath for the Sianagi. Waits for the right moment, Toth, for the Sianagi. When it goes in, oh, Tomanagi. Pretty nervous coaches out there. They'll have to grip up. Toth round the back. takes Maidov down. Semi-final, under 90 kilograms. Tries the Sianagi again. We'll have to be careful of that because he needs rotation. Is it going to get him a Shido? Gets away with it this time. Toth sometimes finds it difficult against the rangy fighters just to control the head. But then it doesn't matter when he disappears underneath. Strong fight for grips, this. I think 3 of his fingers just came off then, actually, with that rip-off. People don't realise just the intensity of the gripping there and how important it is. But that's what our jacket is. It's our only weapon, if you could say. What's another word for it?
I'll go
another
with
tool. Tool is the word.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
No, I've been told I can't use that word. So tool, it is a tool though. We use it in order to gain advantage and then we attack from the grip that we have.
And this really is a powerful battle for grips here. Got 2 technically gifted fighters. And it normally ends up with the one who's the most adept at gripping.
Yeah, I think that's going to get him a penalty. Is it? No, the referee's not giving it.
When it's this close, the stronger gripper.
Yeah, well it is, isn't it? The one who dominates the grips is the one that's able to throw. Maidov needs to do something as well. He hasn't attacked. He hasn't attacked, certainly in the last minute. Toth is the one doing all the work. It's a close match, this. No penalties on the board. Coming up to the last 10 seconds. Sianagi!
Couldn't follow up. He just lost contact there. It would have been nice to hang on and follow up with something. Just missed out. And now Maidov picks up the penalty.
So it goes in, Maidov to golden score, a Shido down. He gets another one, it'll be all over.
I don't like to go on too much about tactics, but I have brought up this point on several occasions during these World Championships. You don't want to be taking a deficit into the golden score period. Single penalty, you're out. Toth can afford to play that penalty guard.
Yeah, you've mentioned it a couple of times and it's turned out, hasn't it, exactly like that. Toth now is the one that can just, well, try and throw, but you know, every time he's been under pressure, he's snatching off grips there. I mean, if they both get a penalty, then it'll be Toth. Toth goes around.
Good pressure.
Every time he goes around the back there, he collapses Maidov.
Go there again. Yeah,
and he has. He must have heard you. Well, I think he heard us. He definitely did, because that is a possible penalty now. He might just get it, Maidov. He gets away with it. You see, this is what we're talking about here. Benefit of the doubt refereeing just because it's this semi-final of a World Championships, but it should be the same.
That was close. Inventive from
reverse Sianagi. He did it under pressure in the quarter-final and it paid off. It's got to be now. Everybody's baying for it here. This is it. Last chance.
Round the back again. Oh, he comes up. Not enough for me.
Sianagi is! He's got it! Oh my goodness me! Can you believe it? That's unbelievable! Maidov! Sianagi pulls it out the bag there, right the way between Toth's legs. Toth goes right the way over the top, and he cannot believe it. Well, I tell you now, there's 2 judokas on there that cannot believe it. 1 minute 20 into golden score. Maidov being told, get back into the middle here. Majdov of Serbia, they have a finalist. Could it possibly be now? My goodness.
Half the job done. Tot, the local hero, maybe even further in the competition than he thought he would be, but on the brink of the final there will be incredible disappointment from the local crowd, but he went over to a terrific piece of waza.
That's always nice to see, isn't it? Wow, that's amazing. You know, and that is Majdov there saying that was an amazing fight. Credit to Majdov there. He's the winner. He's the one that won.
Credit to the referee, who doesn't step in with that little celebration at the end, because there were boos beginning because of the loss, and they went off to cheers. Just stand back, leave it to them. They're going. There's no need to get rid of them and take them off the mat and everything. Let them enjoy the moment. It's part entertainment as well.
Well, you're absolutely right, and I agree. I think they should let the celebrations go on for a little while. This man here had full expectations of everybody in this stadium, but you know, credit to Majdov, who was fighting not only tough Christian but also the crowd, and that was the score that took him out, because it was in golden score. Beautiful, wasn't it? Absolutely amazing. He gets the wazari for it, he lands, he spins, he turns. Actually, you know, because of the use of the head there,
he could also have been bridging.
Probably could have been, but they gave the wazari for the score. I'm glad they did.
Just off the edge,
isn't it? It was amazing. Yeah, he couldn't stop that. You know, it's impossible to stop a situation like that. It really is. Drop Sianagi, full rotation. Look at the pull on the sleeve there, and he just pulls Tough Christian in. Over he goes, and another world final is lost.
He flew, absolutely flew there.
Wow. Well, so the Serbian dream still goes on. The other semi-final still going on. So we don't know who's going to meet Majdov in the final.
That one is in golden score at the moment. We'll keep you updated with regard to what happens with Alexander Kukolja of Serbia. He's up against Mihael Skank of Slovenia. And we'll let you know what happens there. 2:46 already into golden score. That is a big battle taking place. And as soon as that one is over, we'll give you the result. He was talking about the Junior World Championships that Tot Christian had won. That was back in 2013. So, sorry, beg your pardon, 2014. And now it is the end of the dream then, the end of the Serbian dream anyway. Mihael Skank has been given the score down on that number one, and that brings that contest to an end. So it'll be Mihael Skank to face Nemanja Majdov in that final. There's still a possibility that you could have two Serbians on the podium. We definitely know that Nemanja Majdov is going to be on the podium. Where he's going to end up, we don't know. But Alexander Kukolja is going to have to compete for the bronze medal. He may win that, and he will be on the podium with him.
Wow, that really is amazing, and a Slovenian finalist as well. We know some of our staff here will be very, very pleased about that. So amazing! This is it's all opened up, this championship. It started out with absolute Japanese domination, and now it's kind of opened it all out.
Arai Shizuru is the lone representative for Japan in this final block. She's in the final, however. Oh, no, beg your pardon. We've still got Satoru Rika and Umeki Mami, because we're about to come to those categories. Sorry. So, let's take a look. The contest that we're supposed to be bringing you is the repechage contest in the under 78 kilo category. Now, my understanding is that Audrey Chamillot of France who's up against Natalie Powell of Great Britain, has sustained an injury, and she's unlikely to be able to take part in that repechage contest. Chemio of France, that is.
Yeah, the former world champion and the Olympic silver medalist is not able to continue. She can't fight. Powell will go through, automatically fighting for a bronze medal here at the World Championships, a possibility of a second bronze for Great Britain.
What that will do is to give us a little bit of time to look up Mayra Aguiar. We can chat about her chances in that semi-final against Sato Ruika. But let's sort out what's happening with Chemio and Powell. First of all, Natalie Powell is walking out. It's Everardo Garcia who is given the job of refereeing this one, but he knows that this is a no contest.
So Natalie Powell of Great Britain has to go out. You don't very often walk down there, do you, like with a big smile on your face like that?
Just going to say that. Looks relaxed to you?
Yeah, just a bit. You don't do that, of course. You're too nervous, but this is one that she doesn't mind doing. She'll walk out to the middle. They have to award the match to her, and she will then be fighting for third place. Chemio, unfortunate that she's unable to fight the match. Natalie Powell of Great Britain will be fighting. We don't know who her opponent will be yet, but it will be, I think, the loser from Verkerk and Umeki Mami.
And we're all obviously sorry that we're not going to get to see a contest with Audrey Chemio. That would have been, quite a thing. To see her battling her way into the bronze medal contest. I don't think she'll be upset about it.
Well, no, at the end, everybody remembers the person that won the medal, and not always the way that you got there, but it is, we always do remember the ones that have won spectacularly, don't we? We do remember those.
Well, the upcoming contest that we will feature is Mayra Aguiar of Brazil. She'll face Sato Ruika of Japan. And this morning I said that, in my opinion, Mayra Aguiar had the most difficult of draws. Now, the 78 kilo category is an interesting one, because up in the top half of the draw you had Marhinda Verkerk, who was a former world champion. She won the World Championships in Rotterdam in 2009. So you had one world champion up in Pool A. And then down in Pool B, it was Umeki Mami, the current world champion. Down in Pool C, you had Audrey Chemio, who won the World Championships in 2011. Then you had Mayra Aguiar, who in 2014 was the world champion. So, and then the pool to be in was Pool D. It was the only pool that didn't have a world champion in. So that was lucky for whomsoever was in there. But just look at Aguiar's draw. First round was Klara Apateka, a difficult, tall Slovenian. We know how well prepared the Slovenian women are, because they've got, one coach who looks after them. So that was a toughie. She got past that, and then she had Bernadette Graf, who is in between weights, really. She's trying to decide whether she's going to go 70 or whether she's going to go 78. Marco Spitka is the coach there, and they're trying to determine what's the best weight for her. A former junior world champion, so she's got some pedigree there, just a little bit undersized, and Aguiar was able to get past her, but that was a tricky one. Put her into the semi-final against Audrey Chemio, as I say, a former world champion, so a tough one there. And now the semi-final is the Japanese Sato Ruika.
Not the easiest draw, and not the easiest draw, but sometimes, it focuses you. And I think that's the important thing, is that I have had really tough draws and come out quite quickly ahead of it, because the way that it turns out, everybody knocks each other out. And then I've been in really much easier draws, not easy draws, but much easier draws, and I've struggled all the way, you know. So it really does depend a lot on the day, and a lot how it, you know. Sometimes you can come out to the person that you're most worried about and just catch them cold. And then other times you can lose to somebody you shouldn't lose to, you know. But I think that's the nature of the beast and the nature of the sport.
Now, if Aguiar does go on to win her semi-final against Sato, whichever way the other semi-final turns out, she knows she's fighting a former world champion or a current world champion, because Meki Mami faces Marhinda Fekir. Whichever way you look at it, it's world champion in that final. So Aguiar, for me, will have had the toughest of days. A good one.
Well, you know, it certainly is. Top 4 there, isn't it? That's going to be sorted out any second now. So a well-deserved gold medal it will be.
Well, we had that. We had really a buy into this point, because Audrey Chiomia was injured. She couldn't take part in her repechage contest. So Natalie Powell went into the bronze medal contest, and it's left us with a little bit of time, because we're waiting for the completion of the other repechage contest that's currently underway on mat number 1 between Assunta Gaglioni of Italy. She's up against Kalema Antomachi of Cuba. There's currently no score in that contest, but the Cuban has picked up a single penalty, and they're just a few seconds away from going into a golden score period. Anyone else you wanted to have a look at in that weight category? I mean, the two people missing, if we think about who might be missing from there, we've had one retirement in Kayla Harrison. You know, she would have shook up.
And I think Ms. Zhu, who went out early on, didn't she?
Yeah,
and I think that was the main one.
And Sol Kyung from the DPRK, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. She's out.
We haven't seen her, have we?
No,
we didn't see her.
I think that's it now for her. I mean, she won her world title back in 2013 in Rio. But when we talk about world champions, we're actually missing 2 from recent past, plus the double Olympic champion. So just imagine when they were all there, what that weight category was like. And they were there for one competition. There's only been one competition where all of them turned up. That was Rio last year. The whole
Well, you know,
lot.
it's funny. I was saying about the 81 kilograms that yesterday I said there's probably 15 that could have been on that rostrum, you know, in a different day. When you have a look at this under 78 kilograms, there's not that many of them, but they're all of the quality to become world champion, you know, so that makes it the very top quality.
There's an interesting thought here that, well, if, you know, she won it this year and she won it that year and she won it that year, they can't be that good, can they? No, I don't think that is true. Oh, it's the Cuban who's won down on mat number 1. I think it's the case that, as Neil just said, at any time, let's look at the under 81 kilos, because a few people could share the title. No one said that the quality of the judo in that weight category isn't that good. Actually, it's the other way around. There's really high quality in there, and people are evenly matched. And on any day, it could be you, or like the lottery says, it could be you.
You should be on that program. That's fantastic.
And they've shared it out, and you know, you've had this one win it this year, and this one win it this year. It's been on a knife edge, and when I spoke to Kayla Harrison, she said, no, I'm not going to stand up and say who my biggest opponent is, because there's 7 of them. Yeah. They're all out there.
Well, that's honest, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think that this is going to be a good semi-final. I mean, for me, Aguiar she's one that's fired up. I'm not sure how Sataruka is going to deal with her, and it should be a really top-notch semi-final, and we're just about to get underway with it.
On sheer reputation and on what I've seen today, because Neil has been on mat 3, I've been on mat 2, I've been lucky enough to have a look at Aguiar today. Aguiar looks ready for this in exactly the same way that Clarice Agbegninu looked ready for hers yesterday. You know, Marie-Eve Gahi as well. She looks well prepared. She just had one slip. But we come back to the under 78 kilo category because here it is. It's Aguiar in the white judogi, Sato in blue. Here's Neil, 8 and 7. And I know Neil loves those world ranking matchups. Are we getting it right as far as the seeding and everything is concerned? 8 versus 7.
That's why I like them, you know, because what it does, it gives us an idea on who is being consistent. And of course we have surprises. Sometimes we have 128 come through and win the world title, but it doesn't happen all the time. Vasily Smolin of Russia is going to be officiating this match. So let's get ready for it, and let's see who's going to go through to the final of this under 78 kilos category.
I'm up on my feet again, I'll admit it. I don't care if there are people out there who say, oh, you know, I don't like really watching women's judo or whatever. I love it. Absolutely. The personalities are big. You know, when chatting to them in the warm-up area and getting to know them, you really feel that something personal is taken out onto the tatami. So I'm looking forward to this.
Well, that's for sure. It's always personal to the ladies. I think with the guys, it's not personal, but with the ladies, definitely personal.
And Sato has been known to take that really onto the mat. She's not easy.
Well, let's go. All action then. Aguiar in white. And Sato, Japan, in blue.
See the little rush out there from Sato. And Aguiar just stood right there.
Just got to block it. Yeah, you just have to block it. But you can see that the stance of Sato there.
Sato's better moving Aguiar. This is one of the most powerful, the strongest fighters in the category. You want to move Aguiar. Don't leave her in her comfort zone.
Well, Aguiar was a lot quicker to go through to the sleeve then. Sato, of course, that little standoff that they had, she came off worse and she got a Judo penalty there on the board. For those that don't know what they are, that's a little yellow flag there, and 3 of those, and Honsokamaki disqualification, so you can't pick them up, and we can't pick up too many of them, that's for sure. Aguiar into the attack.
Aguiar is also demonstrating for the first time that she's fighting very cleverly. Get the timing right for putting in the attacks to avoid picking up penalties.
Well, it's right against left. Left-handed Aguiar, right-handed Sato. That's what makes it difficult to grab that sleeve, to grip that sleeve up. So they're looking for the same thing. You can see it here now, the W effect with the legs. And it means that you've got to come around that front leg, because if you attack and they just slip it, you can find yourself whizzing over, and that happens a lot, especially left against right. Sato got the inside grip. That'll be the grip she wants. Saying that, Aguiar doesn't mind being on the outside. Seeing Aggie there. So the Brazilian decides to change to the other side. Japanese support. Of course, they had such an amazing start to this championships. First 2 days, 5 gold medals. Aguiar has the sleeve. It's all about that sleeve grip, because as soon as they get 2 hands on, one of them will go in. Look at the power from Sato. She's just pushing against Aguiar all the time.
Who we've said is a really strong fighter.
Well, now Aguiar gets a second penalty. 2 penalties each. Oh, my goodness, that was so close. Tsuyotoshi, and she almost gets Aguiar over. Sato is the one.
Beautiful entry.
Oh, the hits were right the way through, weren't they? They really were.
And now it's Aguiar's turn to come up with an attack, and she does go on the board. It's on the other side, and Smolin sees it better than we do. We'll have to wait for the replay.
Well, you can see it now. There is. It's not the hips are not far enough through, but actually she gets the actual score. She takes her onto her side, and now it's Aguiar ahead. Watch out for Sato. Sato running forwards. She realises that this is going to drift away from her, and Aguiar has got to ride the storm.
Oh, there's 40-odd seconds left to go. Aguiar cannot afford an error here.
No errors, no drops, no false attacks. I tell you now, Aguiar is hanging on there thinking, I wish this was the fastest 40 seconds ever go past, but it'll be the longest. Sato! She's got to attack, 30 seconds. Can she hold on? Aguiar turns in, was it a full rotation? Uchimata, Sato. Osodagari, Sato. 15 seconds left. Oh, she dropped.
No.
She dropped.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
She definitely dropped.
Yeah.
And Sato says that exact thing as well.
Sato
and
doesn't.
She's going to lose it.
Sato doesn't need to beg for this one.
No, she doesn't. You know, and I was going to say, please, no. Benefit of the doubt, no, you cannot. It has to be the same rule for everybody. Aguiar's going to get this. Some people out there will say, oh my goodness me, they've let it go. 5 seconds left on the clock. Aguiar is going to go through. Now, they gave it the benefit of the doubt. You tell me whether that's right or wrong. You see, some people will say, yes, the score's got to win like that, but you're not allowed to run away. You're not allowed to flop onto your front, and I'm sorry, if we don't initiate the rules, then there's something wrong. Aguiar goes through.
There is a real question mark about the attack. That last attack that we're talking about, that loss of contact, that intention to attack. Did she really intend to throw Sato with that attack? And in my opinion, the answer is no. She felt the pressure coming from Sato. She knew that she was duty-bound to attack, and the only reason for putting in the attack was to give the impression that she was doing something. The pressure was a lot. She put that in. It ended up as no attack. She lost contact with the hands, and under normal circumstances, that is a false attack and Shido.
False attacks have to be penalised. If it's in the first 10 seconds, they penalise it. If it's in the last 10 seconds, you have to penalise it. These were the scores. They won't show the false attack, I'm sure, or will they? No, they won't. They're just going to show the actual scores. Of course they are. But
they were fine.
Yeah. The last attack didn't get any rotation whatsoever.
And lost contact with the hands.
She lost contact with the hands. It was everything that led to a false attack. Like you said, Japanese, she said, I think that's mine, you know, and they never gave it. In fact, they haven't been giving it.
Right, we are coming now to the bronze medal matches, and the first of these features Marie-Eve Gahi of France. She's up against Yuri Alver of Colombia, and what a task she has in front of her, the young French fighter, the Junior European Player of the Year last year, facing the 3 times world champion, double Olympic medalist. What a job she has in front of her.
Absolutely. Ranked 5 and 3, and it's going to be a fight. That's for sure. You can guarantee that.
Mr. Smolin is back in the middle, keeping him busy. She's dangerous. This is the thing. Marie-Eve Gahi is dangerous. She hasn't really demonstrated today her throwing ability. She's got nice throwing skills, but today has been a tougher day for her. She hasn't really banged people over, and she's been made to fight for all her contests. She may be able to bring that to the final. I'm not sure. And the difficult thing for her is, the quality of the person that she's got in front of us. It's a tough ask, but it can happen. On Alvere's side, well, the wealth of experience could be too much, and it could be overwhelming for Marie-Eve Gahi. Neil.
Yeah, Gahi, we know that she's a great fighter. Alvere, when she hits it right, she's lethal. She really is. So it should be a good fight, this. Looking forward to it. Oh, look at that. That's what normally happens to with Alvere, but it's gone for Gahi. Gahi does Soda Makikomi, takes her down for a score. Opening seconds. Oh, she's going to do it again. Well, they're both doing the same technique here. They both want the same technique. Gahia and Alvere looking for the Soto Makikomi. It's almost like Gahi is waiting for it. There's that's one. That's a score. Wazari each. Alvere, did you see the leg there? The leg, yes, it is. It's a bit like a boxing match without boxing, of course. It's a back and throw.
Best thing that could happen is for Alvere to strike back quickly. And the best thing for Gahi is just to keep going forward.
We've noticed that with quite a few of the fights. They're just the ones that go forwards all the time are the ones that are winning the major medals. Look how she bends that leg there all the time. So all evens now. Gahia. Well, this is all attack, isn't it? Absolutely. No passivity here. Oh, she gets another one for that. You know, this is exactly what we're talking about with this score. Lands on her side front, but gets the score.
That was white throwing blue then, so that must have been Gahi's, a repeat of Gahi's initial score. I'd like to have a look at that last one. Toughy. We've just seen it the once. For me, no, it wasn't, and no, they've taken it off. So 1-1.
Still 1-1. Glad, because it was too much on the front. It really was. You know, it's we'll be scoring it when they land on their noses next. Oh, that's definitely a score. Alvere, look at this. Judo Kesakatami, it's all over. Telling you now. This is what she does. This is her third contest like this. Soto Makikomi has control of the arm, tightens it up, and just pulls in the Judo Kesakatami.
I don't think I've ever said this before. About any player, because we know how great they are and everything. I think Yuri Alvere is one of the greatest female judoka, competitive judoka ever. 2009, she won her first World Championship, gold medal. It's 2017, and she ends up here with a bronze medal. And in between, she's had her 2 Olympic medals and 2 more world titles.
Quite amazing. It's an amazing record. It is.
She just snuck up on everyone, so unassuming and everything. She comes from Colombia, you know, it's like we don't even, some people don't even know where it is. She's just there in the background. How can you be in the background with 3 world titles, 2 other world championship medals, and 2 Olympic medals?
It's some record. This lady has just come out here. Look, she's not even breathing heavy. It's quite amazing. Job done, she says. It was a good match. It really was always going to be a head-to-head, wasn't it? Same kind of styles. They're both going for the same technique. That was Osoto, Kosoto, Yushiro Katami. There's the Osoto. There's the Kosoto. Look at that arm round the back there. Just controls the arm, turns in. She says, "You're not going anywhere."
If we spoke about results as investments, then Yuri Alver would be one of the best investments ever. She hardly ever lets you down. You send her to the major championships, she's coming back with something. Maybe not greatest, but one of the most successful female players ever.
Well, I agree with you, and very humble as well. Like I say, she walked off there hardly having broken a sweat.
Well, that was the first of the bronze medal matches. We've got another one, Neil. Maria Bernabeu of Spain faces Asma Niang of Morocco. It's Bernabeu in the white judogi, Niang in blue. I can sit back down now. take the light weight off my feet.
Well, it should be another interesting match. Bernabeu will not stop coming forwards, that's for sure. Can Spain get a medal?
Silver medal at the last World Championships, and here again another chance.
Yeah, it's the consistency, isn't it? That's what we're after. The long walk, as I called it. I did a little interview with CNN, and we just walked down that corridor there where the fighters are going, and felt my knees knocking again. It all came back. Bernabeu in white, Niang in blue. Look at that, throwing that arm over like a bomb. Thundering right arm there of Niang. Bernabeu saying no. Look at the left arm there, into the armpit. All about pace. A lot of these matches lost because the pace isn't right. Fall behind on a couple of Shidos and you can lose it. Osodagari attempt there from Bernabeu. Possible penalty coming here. And that was the long walk back, wasn't it? It was the long walk back to the middle. Oh! Now, was that Bernabeu? Not quite. They both went down together. No score for that. I think it was Niang that started the movement. No, in fact, it was Bernabeu that started the movement, but her hands, she lost control with the hands. One score on the board. Bernabeu gets the score for that. So they've given her the score. Niang now has to come from behind. She's got a good Sangaku here. This is a move that she's done a couple of times earlier on in the day. She'll tie that arm off. If this arm comes across now, Niang's going to be in trouble. She might go again. She is going to go again. Niang does the same thing. Good defense. Halfway through the contest. Well, it's up to Niang now to take the initiative. On the sleeve, now she needs to use it. Kosoto! Oh, that was close. The arm was just out there. It just shouldn't be a score. Well, she really committed there, Niang. Attacking judo, going for the score. It's never going to be easy. You're never going to be just walk out there unless you're Abe, of course. That's going to be, surely, it's got to be something, because she just dropped on her back there. Anything that sacrifices, that doesn't break balance, surely has got to be a penalty.
Yeah, she picks up a second penalty now with a little over a minute left to go.
"50 seconds left on the clock. Bernabeu ahead. She's holding on. 40 seconds, needs to make it positive. That could be it. Niang just threw herself onto her back there. Getting desperate now, we know that. She can see it slipping away from her. Bronze medal. It might just be over. She might just get the penalty for that, and it'll be all over. So the third penalty to Niang. Bernabeu has won the bronze. She gets another world medal. 2 world championships on the trot.
Disappointment for Asma Niang, who's made her way to her best result ever, but didn't give her best in the bronze medal contest.
No, I don't think so, but you know, this lady here has been aggressive, really aggressive all day, really strong, and she's been on it, you know, and transition as well. Look at this.
She's off.
I thought she was in the 100-meter sprint then. Fantastic stuff. Into the arms of her coaches, and very passionate people, aren't they, the Spanish, and they'll be very happy with that. Medal for Spain. This lady will be disappointed, like you say. I don't think she had the best match there.
Well, we've got more action for you after these highlights, and the action continues with the final of the under 70 kilo category.
Same situation there, tried the counter, fell on her own back. Bernabeu starts the technique. Then, well, she goes for the counter there, and Niang fell onto her own back. But, well, you could argue that she lost contact with the hands. Anyway, she gets the score.
A few autographs to be signed before she disappears down the back, the far end of the competition hall, where the world's press and media are waiting. We're going to focus, however, on the final of the under 70 kilo category. Maria Perez of Puerto Rico faces Arai Shizuru of Japan. It's Perez in the white judogi, Arai in blue.
Well, there's the road to the final. Look at that. And yeah, you're laughing.
Yeah, we just got the timing wrong with the graphic there. We cut Słavomir's head off. Poor fella. This is a terrific output with angles and shots and slow motion replays. We've seen some amazing ones. There was one this afternoon. I just want to take that home and show it on the big screen all the time. It's a terrific shot. That one was not so good.
So Perez is going to be wearing white, and Arai Shizuru of Japan, she is in blue. Wow, what a time, what a situation for Perez. First time they've ever had a world finalist. And Perez here. Wow, could you imagine if it happened? Arai, I think, probably upright stance will be difficult for Perez, but well, anything can happen here. We saw it in the under 81 kilograms. Not an absolute surprise, but it certainly was an amazing performance. Two feet went outside the area. They're already out there. That's a Shido immediately. Perez should get the Shido. Can't go outside of the area. Of course, there's a couple of ways of thinking of this now. You know, does Perez really believe that she's going to go out there and give Arai a good hiding, or is she happy with her silver medal? Because, I mean, it's already better than she's done. That was a good attack from Perez. Now Arai. She's going to tie that arm off, and then she's going to do the turnover. Watch this. Going to take the leg, turn her into the Osai Komi. This could be an early finish here for Arai. Is the referee going to allow this just to carry on? Can she get the leverage here? Can she get the leverage? It's all progressive, and she turns her into the Osai Komi. Perez takes the leg. Now can she wrap the arm up? Oh, well, she does well. She really does do well to avoid the Osai Komi. Perez breathes again.
Single Shido against Perez. Half the contest gone. She's still in it. Just that one scare that she had on the ground, and she's still got her good throwing skills to fall back on. So she's had to tap out.
It's all over. It's all over. That shimiwaza was on from Arai, and it's another gold medal for Japan. And, well, you know, she kept her neck up. And like you said, then, Sheldon, she was doing so well. She was in it, absolutely in it, neck and neck. Just one Shido in it, kept her neck up, and it's all over.
Arai has been a really popular fighter on the circuit, a really likeable character. All the hard work has paid off for her, and I think Perez, you know, is going to go away from here and hopefully very, very quickly realise, wow, I've been on the podium at the World Championships. I was in the final at the World Championships. Hey, I've got a silver medal. No shame here. No. Absolutely top drawer.
Exactly what I was talking about. I think she was happy, you know, with that achievement. Coach was as well, and it was a great performance from her. This lady here came out, did the job. We'll have a look how she went into the shimiwaza, the strangle. 6th gold medal for Japan at these World Championships.
And a former absolute favourite of mine as coach, Ueno Yoshie.
Yes, now coach, and very happy with that result. This is how she led herself into it. Seoinage stayed there. Look at that. It's already round the neck. And now all she needs to do is throw the hips forwards there in order to get the submission. And she has to submit. See it from a different angle. She's already got the lapel there. Pulls it. Just pulls it underneath the chin. Then throws the hips forwards. That is classical. Happens so much. The back of the knee comes onto the head. Look, she goes inside of the leg as well to get the leverage. So another gold for Japan. Arai Shizu does the business. Perez of Puerto Rico. Well, that was an amazing performance from her.
Right, coming up next, the first of the bronze medals in the under 90 kilo category. And here we go again. It is home man time. Kwak Dong-han of the Republic of Korea faces Todd Christian of Hungary. It'll be Kwak in the white judogi, Todd in blue. Neil.
Well, world ranked number 5 there against Todd Christian. And, well, world ranked number 5, but he was the defending world champion, but of course it's not going to happen. He's fighting for 3rd place here against the absolute favourite in Hungary, that is, certainly, and certainly in Budapest. Christian Toth has this man to fight. Kwak Rostozank of Slovenia, who went on to become world champion, into the final, sorry. He's not world champion yet, is he? Still got one more to go. Little smile from Toth.
He's fighting the world champion for the next 25 minutes maybe or something.
Yes, true.
But I put my money on Todd.
Well, you know what? You fight with a home crowd behind you, it makes a difference. You'll have to watch the Seoinages because Kwak has some incredible drop Seoinages. They'll have to grip up. It's going to be a Shido if they don't. One technique to Toth, one attack. Second one to Toth.
He had a moment in the previous contest with Nemanja Majdov where he threw in 2 or 3 really good quick attacks and then went, didn't he?
He did. You can throw them in. You've got, yeah, exactly. Well, he's 2 attacks up at the moment to Kwak. Kwak hasn't even started. He's got a grip up. That's the 3rd one in. Shido coming to Kwak. He's the only one that's attacked, and he gets the penalty for pulling his jacket out. So the top table there saw something we didn't. So Toth gets the penalty. Still not over, of course. Still plenty of time. Guac hasn't done anything. We are now coming up to a minute and a half into the contest, and he hasn't attacked. And this is what we were talking about, being off the pace.
Not doing the right thing here, you know, being very busy, moving all the time.
Yeah, he is doing absolutely the right thing. And like I say, Guac now has gone 2 minutes without one single attack. Well, when is the Judo going to come here?
Now.
Well, he must be. Guac must be thinking, well,
it's Christmas, isn't it?
Yeah, it must be. But he's thinking, well, he got away with that. There's the first one. First kind of any attempt at Seoinage whatsoever.
There's that camera shot that you were talking about.
Oh, I love it. I love that camera shot
down there, and yeah, I'm getting used to it myself now. Oh,
beautiful. That's what we want to see. Guac is more than capable, and it looks to me as if his heart's not in this. Correct me if I'm wrong, but certainly expected more. And this is when you've got to dig in.
Yeah, came here to defend his title, not to take a bronze medal. Another nice shot.
Yeah,
it is terrific view.
It's everywhere except inside. Well, again, Toth attacking, beating him to the attack every time. There's the support. Toth's going to go in. Guac said, well, how do I attack this guy? I think Toth's doing the right thing. It's good tactics. He's first in every time. If he feels he's not going to throw him for Ippon, then he might as well beat him to the attack. Uchimata Ouchi! Oh. And Guac takes him down. Ouchi Gary gets the driving Ouchi. Wasari on the board.
I'm so glad that I'm not Hungarian and a massive Tot supporter, because I would just be devastated. You know, 2 occasions he's gone over when he's looked on the verge of doing it.
Well, again, like I say, it's gone against the play, hasn't it, of the whole match, because Toth started it off with attacks. He's been attacking all the way through. He gets the first penalty, not Guac. And now Guac, the first technique that he does properly, and now he's on the defensive. It was a good technique, mind. It was a good Ouchigari. 2 seconds left on the clock.
4 is the minimum. Sorry.
Exactly. Bronze medal for Guac. Christian Toth will be beside himself. He just can't believe how that slipped away from him.
He's given the Hungarian crowd something to cheer about all day. And when one considers the difficulty of the draw that he had, when in the second round, contest, he had to face the number 2 seed, and he knew about that at the draw, because he was at the draw, saw it unfold, and he was stone-faced. Didn't trouble him.
Well, the crowd are applauding him.
Number 3 seed,
all
sorry,
stood
beg your
up.
pardon.
Yeah, all stood up there. Look. It was a good match.
So Guak is the bronze medalist. His crown is about to go somewhere else.
Yeah, it certainly is. He won't, and you could tell that he wasn't altogether happy with that. Not happy with the way it went. It was a good technique in the end that took Toth over. But Toth ends up with nothing.
A fifth place finish. We do give, by the way, the International Judo Federation do give certificates for fifth place finishes. I know that that's no compensation, but they make very attractive framed pictures that go up on the wall. And the reason I say that is Kim Sol-mi left her certificate by accident with me in Rio in 2013, and I was able to hand it to the North Korean team today. So
Uchimata it started with, then it went into the Ouchigari. There's the Uchimata, change of direction there, Toth straight the way onto his back. See how he just changes his head direction as well and just directs Toth. Toth rolls onto his backside first. Another little push there from Guak.
Well, we come now to the second of the bronze medal contests in the under 90 kilo category. And this features Ushangi Margiani of Georgia. He's up against Alexander Kukolya of Serbia. It'll be Margiani in the white judogi, Kukolya in blue.
Margiani against the number one seed, but that Kukolya, his number one seed is from constant entering Grand Prix, Grand Slam tournaments, and but he is consistent. It's consistent with it. But I think he's going to have a real job here with Margiani. Margiani, I think Kukolya's hand coming over the top might just be perfect for Margiani.
Frank Wolf from Germany is the referee in the middle for this one. Do you get the feeling that they haven't done the lighting here in this final block like they have the last few days?
Yeah, he could be right.
Because it appeared to be, slightly. We needed our light on the other day to read stuff, but today's left the lights on. Just something I thought I might throw in there.
Gigiani coming out here in white. Kukolj. He's in blue. Quite a difference in height here. Very rangy fighter, Kukolj. Pinning the sleeves straight away. Margiani, well, looking to go underneath. And now look at the pick up, here it goes! What's that on the side? Does he get a Wazari for it? He does. What? Look at that, leg assist over, and he pulls the arm in. He gets the score. It's all because of that big arm coming over, isn't it? Left-handed fighter, Kukolj is just perfectly situated for Margiani.
That was your question mark right at the beginning. Is that arm going to open things up for Margiani? Well, the Wazari on the board right from the get-go almost says that.
There he is again with it.
Here's someone who in round 3 was almost out on his feet.
Well, you said, yeah, he looks pretty good now.
I actually asked the Georgian doctor whether he was okay to continue. Yeah. He always looks like that, apparently.
Yeah, don't be silly. To Margiani then. One was Ari up. That arm, Kukolja, got to be a little bit cautious, I think.
See if he risks it again. You know, having gone over once, whether he's going to risk it again.
Well, just looking at it now, he's not throwing it over, is he? And you've got to wonder why. It's going to be a Judo each, surely. Just Margiani gets it.
Yeah, just to block Kukolja's grips, he just held on that one side for a little bit too long without attacking.
Now he's going to go for it here. Kukolja just looking for the Surigoshi. 1 minute 25 left. So the coach there just being told just to calm down a little bit, shouting too much information while they're actually fighting. There's the left arm of Kukolja over the back.
Ooh.
Now then, what's it? Whose was that?
Counter from Kukolja.
Yeah, well, Margiani tried the counter too late. Wow, was it or not? Well, did he change direction with it? Has it gone up? It has gone up. Are they going to change it? No, they don't. So one each now. Kukolja gets that. Slightly different look, Wazari.
Taking it off now.
Well, that's good. I think it was off the ground. You know, personally, yeah. I thought it was off the ground. I'm trying not to get too confrontational, you know. Margiani's got it. Margiani throws him. Second one. Margiani was under control. Look at the pull down on that jacket there, on the back of the neck. Places him onto his back.
Yeah, good shot.
It was excellent shot. How many different positions can we see this from? It's brilliant. I love it. There's no doubting it by example 5, is there?
No. And I think that's a nice thing that they've got that massive screen down at one end of the competition hall that everyone can see it.
Coming up then, 13 seconds, coming into the last 10 seconds.
I can't remember a World Championships with as few boos and whistles about controversial things as this one, because it's so obvious from the big screen what has happened.
Yeah, you're right. And, well, that's a medal for Margiani. The Georgians celebrate, of course.
Georgians' favourite weight, under 90 kilo category.
Yeah, you said that, didn't you? Yeah, absolutely.
Their biggest hope, Beka Gviniashvili, the medal winner of Shangi Margiani. If you don't get it one way, they're going to get you another.
Well, they expected massive things, didn't they, with Gviniashvili? There was controversy as well, wasn't there? Didn't see it.
He's turned up trumps, hasn't he, Margiani? Because there's so much pride with the Georgians. You know, they just absolutely love judo like the Mongolians, and it means so much to them. And here, when their big hope, Beka, you know, blew out, Margiani's there to take up the slack.
Yeah, doesn't he do it well? Margiani gets the medal. I bet when he lined up for the weigh-in, he didn't think that it was going to be that way around.
Yeah, he certainly wouldn't have been one of the top picks, but there he is. He comes away with a medal. Alexander Kukolja has to settle for 5th place. So there won't be the dream finish for Serbia with gold and silver. They do have a man in the final. There won't even be, you know, the close second with two people on the podium. They're going to have to settle for the one. What they would be happy with is if that one
is the gold medal.
Absolutely.
Here's the Uranagi. Look at the leg going in the inside there. Everybody will be doing that now. Everybody will say that's the new way to do it. Uranagi, look at the hands, just places him onto his side there. Such conviction there from Magyarni. And that, look at the right hand there on the collar of Kukulj. He just pulls down on that collar. This is the one he pulls back. But, well, I didn't think it was a score. There's the big score again. Takes him onto the points of his shoulders. Great change of direction there by Magyarni. Really. Great control. And look at the sleeve grip he's got there. He's not going to let go of that for anything.
Close, very close. Well, we come now to the final of the under 90 kilo category. Mihail Skank of Slovenia faces Nemanja Majdov of Serbia. It'll be Skank in the white judogi, Majdov in blue.
Skank, well, it would be, wouldn't it, absolutely an amazing gold medal for him, but it's going to be one of these guys, world champion. Majdov of Serbia has had an amazing run through. I don't know who's going to do it, really. It's, you know, whoever wins out of these two.
I'm going to put my money on Nemanja Majdov, who from this morning was chatting with Paul Nelson about just how good he looked. And Paul Nelson also said that from what he'd seen, he liked the look of Nemanja Majdov. Vladimir Nutsabidze is the referee in the middle for this one. Here is Neil Adams with commentary.
Well, Majdov, here he comes. Looks kind of pumped up for this, doesn't he? New world champion. It's going to be, that's for sure. Skank of Slovenia against Majdov of Serbia. And if you were a betting man, you wouldn't have put your money on that as a final this morning.
Slovenians will have put their hopes on Tina Trsteniak yesterday. And even, I don't know, you'd have to be, you know, super confident in your country to have put your money on Skank. But there he is.
Anybody's match, this. And I think Majdov, like you say, just looked that little bit more focused, more of an edge to him, but you never know. Now he's got the sleeve. They've got nothing to lose, these two. They can just take it to each other. He was looking for the Sianagi there, wasn't he, straight away.
Any result here is a massive achievement, but the gold is just beyond belief.
Well, it will be, and Skank, of course, he must play second fiddle to Kukulj all the time. Now looking for the double lapel. Is it going to happen? Well, the gripping, they've got all of their fingers taped up, but I bet they'll be aching in the morning, these two. Aching but happy. Still, neither one of them put a big attack in yet. Joko Tominagi. Majdov there. just committing, just managed to break his balance.
I think once that first half of the contest is out of the way, you'll see Maidov a step up a gear. That's been his modus in his previous contests. Get in there, get comfortable, find out about the grips, and then say, okay, from here, I know I've got 2 minutes in me, let's go.
I'm wondering if they're both going to get it. Well, no, only Skank gets it for blocking out. So Maidov is the one that they think is trying to initiate. Thought he'd gone for the leg then. Well, neither one of these wants to take the chance. Talking to Iliadis yesterday, and he said, I just wish they'd take the chance, hope they take the chance, whoever it is. Drops in Eggy, no rotation.
Maidov hasn't been able to break Skank down yet to find an opening and really threaten him. That's all credits Skank to having a good defence, but it's because he's not moving him.
Now they're starting to open up. I think Skank just got a whiff of that. He knew that he might be in danger of getting penalised again.
Yep, maybe he's feeling that change in the tempo from Maidov and can't afford to fall behind. He doesn't want to pick up another penalty. Well, it's the first time that someone's looked as though they were in danger. Skank, however, lost contact with the hands, and Maidov just sat down on his backside. 40-odd seconds left to go.
Yeah, it was a nice Kouchi action-reaction at its best. "35 seconds left then in this final under 90 kilograms. Makikomi this time from Skank, and now is that going to be? Is it across the face? It was across the face.
Already spotted by the referee.
This will be the first ever gold medal for Slovenia in the men's, that's for sure. First ever for Serbia. Never before have they got a gold medal in the World Championships. The golden score. So a tight match, straight on with it. That's the referee just wants them to get on with it, and this is whoever wants it most. Now Maidov out the area. It's going to be a penalty for Maidov. Maidov gets the penalty. Now starting to open up. This could go either way, couldn't it? Absolutely.
Finely balanced contest.
To say the least. Oh, he ducked underneath. He ducked underneath. Referee, I'll stop this and he'll have a little look here. Video referee to see who actually initiated that duck under.
Doesn't look happy about it, does he? Maidov he knows where this one is going.
Yeah, not so sure. I'm not sure who ducked under there, actually, to be quite honest. Zhang
And he thinks
ducked under. Maidov wins it. He's the world champion.
Well, we're lucky to have in the venue the big screen. We were talking about the whistles and the boos. We've got a few of them because they haven't seen the replay yet. Once the replay goes up, it becomes clear why the penalty's been given. They haven't done that yet. The two fighters are done. They're dusted. They're happy with it. Could have gone either way. They're having a nice conversation. They're okay. And it's when the fighter is in the middle and there's no controversy that the crowd kind of quiets and say, well, okay, they're okay with it, so why aren't we? But up on the big screen, they'll see it. And we'll show you at home too that last piece of action. We've got a few highlights from the contest, and then we'll be back with more medal matches.
Well, they have a world champion, and I wonder whether they thought that would happen at the beginning of the day.
And even if they did, they probably thought it was going to be Alexander Kukolya.
Well, Kukolya, yeah, was the obvious favourite, wasn't he? And it came with their other one, their reserve, his training partner. He's the world champion. Kukolya must be absolutely devastated in the training hall. He'll be pleased for his teammate, but I can tell you, he'll wish it was him. Well, you know, that's just being honest. Yeah. It's an honest assessment, but you know, it's not that he doesn't wish him well.
What if he's hanging around down at the far end of the competition hall, waiting for him to come out as well? I mean, that would be something.
It would, and let's hope that that's how it is. But anyway.
Disappointment into great. Here we go.
So this is how it happened. I think they both ducked under, actually. Is that it? Is that what we're going to see? Nobody could see it there really properly. And they're going to slow it down in slow motion. No, they're not. Anyway, Maidov wins it. A little bit disappointed with that. You wanted more, didn't you?
Yeah, and you know, we get a flood of quotes and messages and everything, and that word, as you said, it was arriving on my laptop. Disappointing. They were talking about the way that it ended, not the contest itself. It was finely balanced and everything, but that was not the way that anyone wanted to see that one go. Those are the rules. Neil, we've got the awarding ceremony for women in the under 70 kilo category. We'll come back to all those sorts of points in a moment, but let's take a look at the medal winners. Well, the bronze medals go first of all to Maria Bernabeu of Spain. Mr. Obeid Alanzi, the president of the Judo Union of Asia, is presenting the medals, and to Yuri Alver of Colombia. The silver medal goes to Maria Perez of Puerto Rico. And the gold medal goes to Arai Chitsuru of Japan.
Yeah, she fully deserved it, didn't she? Good shimiwaza, nice strangle in the final, and she had really nice upright judo all day. Her stance was incredible. That lady there, very special lady, Alvia, three-time world champion, like you said, a medal in every tournament, every world tournament that she's ever been in, and another one to add to her collection. 6th gold medal for this lady here for Japan.
And the trophy is presented by the assistant professor of the University of Chicago. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Japan.
Now, the national anthem of Japan.
Thank you very much. Now it's time for everybody to consider the athletes and the champions.
Well, the bronze medals went to Alvear of Colombia and Bernabeu of Spain. Silver medal went to Perez, and the gold medal went to Arai of Japan. After the family picture, we're going to be back with the first of the bronze medal contests in the under 78 kilo category.
So here we are, the next fight up, and Mr. Jefferson Vieira, Brazil, refereeing, and well, some interesting faces there.
These are the faces that we want to see. And the first of the competitors into the arena, Kaliima Antomachi of Cuba faces Sato Ruika of Japan. It's Antomachi in the white judogi, Sato in blue.
Well, Antomachi is going to be a fighter. You can guarantee she's going to take the fight to Sato. Of course, we know that the Cuban machine, not as strong as it was, but still, here is Antomachi fighting for a medal at the World Championships. Sato, totally different style here, because Antomachi will be just blasting away and trying to go off the sleeves as well. Jimata straight away from Sato. Antomachi lost in the quarter-final stages to Umeki. And then had to fight in her final repechage match Assunta Gaglione of Italy. Satoruka, of course, lost to Aguiar of Brazil in the semi-final, so she just came straight back down to fight for this medal. Now has the sleeves. She doesn't want to stay there, Tatami. Well, she hasn't done anything, the Cuban, yet. Hasn't attacked. It's been all Sato. Bird's eye view there from on top. There's the Seoinage. Oh, look at that. Tanio Toshi takes her back now. Tatami. She was waiting for that. And, well, Sato popped the hips across for the big Seir Toshi. Tatami stops it. Grips around the waist, goes for the Uranages, and then Tanio Toshi there takes her over. She's ahead. Wazari ahead. Still a long way to go. Got the inside grip, Sato. Well, I think that we're going to see, as soon as Sato connects properly, she'll get the hips across, and I think she's going to be dangerous for, yeah, I thought so too. Tatami just stepping outside of the area. Wait for the next time she catches the sleeve. She'll keep on attacking all the time. She'll be relentless. Has she got the sleeve this time? She has. Watch out for Sato. Sato now going to go underneath. Tatami is definitely defending here. Just waiting for the counter. So now Sato coming forwards, looking for the Tanio Toshi again. Coming up to the last minute. Well, the Cubans shouting for her to get up here, just absolutely. Well, because she's been passive for some time. She waited and waited and waited, and then she waited for Sato to make a mistake, and she took advantage of it. But she hasn't attacked properly other than the counter, but she's a wazari up here. Sato looking for the big technique all the time. Pushing forwards. Now she's got the inside grip. That's the first one from Tatami.
This one's getting away from Sato, I'm afraid.
Well, she went all the way in, and of course she popped her hips through and just stayed there that little bit too long. Tatami wrapped up round the back. Tanio Tosh. Job done. 27 seconds.
She'll burn another one here.
That's got to be a penalty. A second one up to Tatami. Is it enough time for Sato? Tatami is going to get a Shido for not getting up, surely. She'll get a Shido straight away. Well, he didn't give the penalty. What is that all about? I just don't get that. Just because Sato wanted to get on with it.
Sato's looking to fight her off the tatami, look.
Yeah, well, what I don't understand is she's dropped 3 times, hasn't got the Shido for dropping, and now, well, there's only one Shido on there. She's been running away for a minute, if not longer. Stiff arm, just in there, 3 seconds to go. Sato can't believe it. And just no time now.
Sato almost did herself a disservice there by trying to chase her. She should have been back to her start point.
That's what I'm saying. She chased her so much that he didn't give the penalty. He was just about to give her a penalty.
Because Sato's still, she's not on the same planet here. She's thinking, I've still got a chance here.
Well, now Tatami can just drop on her hands and knees. 1 second went there. Well, really, they celebrate, but that's not what we want, is it? Really.
You had a fighter for the last 35, 40 seconds, chasing another, wanting to engage and get involved in a fight. Another who was on 1 Shido wasn't interested, didn't want to know.
But she shouldn't have been on 1 Shido, that's my point. That's what should have had 3.
At 40 seconds, she had 1 Shido. And for that 40 seconds, she only collected 1 more. There was space in there for 3 or 4.
If
the way she was fighting,
the Shidos are given at the right time.
Yeah, and they didn't.
No.
You want to give the contest to the fighter with a positive score, but there's a point at which you can no longer protect someone who doesn't want to fight.
Well, otherwise, Sheldon, it means I can score on you, block you out, and forever. I can block you out forever. And then just win it on a negative judo for 3/4 of the contest. So that's not correct.
She got protected for 40 seconds, and that was too long.
The score was good. And we're not saying anything about that. Tatami is the medal winner. This is the score. This is the technique that led to it. Nice Tanio Toshi lands on her side there. And really good score. Stayed in there too long, didn't she, Sato?
Neil, we've got 2 more contests to come. The second of the bronze medals and then the final. So let's take a look at the second of the bronze medal contest. Natalie Powell of Great Britain faces Marhinda Verkerk of the Netherlands. It'll be Powell in the white judogi, Verkerk in blue.
A good shot of the Tanio Toshi. If you have a look at her face there, it says it all. Well, as usual and as always, the Cubans celebrate in style.
That's little Mr. Lascaux there, the young boy, Daniel Lascaux's boy. Thanks for that. He says off he goes. Another autograph in his book. Natalie Powell of Great Britain in the white judogi to face Marhinda Verkerk of the Netherlands in blue. Here is Neil.
Natalie Powell, well, head-to-heads, look at that, 5-1 here for Verkerk against Natalie Powell, but this is for the 3rd place in the World Championships. World rank number 3. She's worked her way up. Natalie Powell had a bye-through because of, obviously, she had the former world champion Chimeo that she would have had to have fought to get through to here, but Chimeo is injured. But Natalie Powell fully deserves this fight for 3rd place at the World Championships. She has been one of the most consistent fighters on the world circuit. Natalie Powell of Great Britain coming out wearing white. Kate Howie there, following her out there, former world champion and Olympic silver medalist herself. Verkerk walks out. She's a former world champion, and Verkerk here is currently at the number 11 in the world ranking. So she lost to Umeki in the semi-final. Verkerk, she comes down to fight for third automatically. So they're both fresh.
And just off the camera there, Martin Ahrens nearly wiped out the cameraman who was sitting backwards. Yeah. He couldn't see him.
Powell against Verkerk. Powell in white. Left against right. Left-handed, extreme left-handed Powell. Wants that big left arm over the top. Seanagi attempt there from Verkerk. Powell. Is it on the neck or is it across the face? Across the face, I think. Verkerk will try and snap that grip off, that sleeve grip, go in for the Sodi. Powell just managing to climb off that, and want to see it just stay in the area. Well, I know for a fact that mum, family, everybody will be watching in Wales. Everybody there, everybody supporting, everybody around the television.
And high up in the stands, there's a lone Welsh dragon up there, the flag.
That looked like a drop to me by Verkerk.
Yeah, here it comes.
Verkerk gets a Shido. Powell comes forwards. No good pushing. Pushing too much towards the edge there. She's in danger of getting penalised as well. Now she attacks. Marius Visa, president of the IJF there. Was enjoying his judo. Very relaxed, didn't he?
That's good pressure from Powell, as long as she doesn't give the final push to the edge, but then you can't play with it from there. You have to let...
Well, no. Yeah. Exactly like you've just said there. I thought that Verkerk walked out there, personally. I didn't think that that was Powell at all.
Yeah. She's done the right thing. That's drawn a second Shido. You play that game. Verkerk's played it a couple of times.
Good pressure from Powell. Can she get Great Britain's second medal?
Yeah, Jean-Jacques Rusco's seen that she's got hands on both sides. He's ready to give it. Finished, done.
This will be interesting. I think they'll let it carry on. Yeah, you're right, though. It was just about to go there. 2 minutes, halfway through the contest. Verkerk of the Netherlands is rattled.
In that corner again. Had to come up with that attack.
Well, she had to, and she had to get full rotation. She can't afford another mistake. No mistakes from Verkerk.
Look at the amount of time left on the clock. 1:42 is plenty of time.
Better if it's a score, of course. We want to see that. Looks focused to me, Powell.
The only thing that has to happen now is Powell has to come back with some attack. She's shown some pressure, but she really now has to come up with an attack.
Yeah, needs to be the first one in here. Poor. That's another drop there from Verkerk, panicking. I think that's the last kind of chance she'll have on that, Verkerk. Powell, like you said, needs to be positive. Looking for the arm around the back.
A little foot tap isn't enough.
Well, it's got to be a full-on attack. Arm round now.
That's better, and that's it.
Oh, she gets the hip on. She gets the hip on there. And Great Britain have got a second medal. What an attack there from Powell. Verkerk was, well, she looked, didn't she, off balance the whole time. And that Ouchi-gari there takes Powell to third place in the World Championships. That grin says it all. Well, I know a couple of people just in front of me that are going to be very, very happy about that. The Welsh Valleys will be singing tonight, that's for sure. A medal for Powell. Bronze medal at the World Championships. And she did it in style against the former world champion.
We were just saying that the pressure was telling, the pressure was beginning to build, but you needed to come up with a big attack. And you don't get any bigger than Ippon. She threw in that left Ouchi-gari, down went Verkerk. Powell took the bronze medal.
Yeah, I think she just looked a little bit out of sorts for Kirk. This was on the edge, just started in, didn't it? Driving Ouchi-gari. Verkerk first, then Powell, Ouchi, and on the points of her shoulders there, Verkerk knew it was all over. Super stuff, and it was a real driving Ouchi-gari there. Arm over. Ouchi-gari drives off the back leg, puts her onto the points of her shoulders. How many other times can we see it? We can see it another 10 times, actually. Brilliant stuff. It really is. There's the Ouchi. Look at the head, pointing in the direction she wants it to go. Verkerk is on the way over, and the points of her shoulders hit the ground. What an Ippon for Powell. That'll be the best Ippon of her life.
Yep. Happy times for Natalie Powell. She's worked extremely hard, and from time to time, you know, you hang your head and think, you know, could have done better here, could have done better there at this Grand Prix or that Grand Slam or whatever the case is. But this is a real achievement, terrific achievement for Natalie Powell.
Second bronze medal for Great Britain, so 2 medals, well-deserved medals as well. Here we go for the final.
Coming up now, the final of the under 78 kilo category. The current world champion, Umeki Mami of Japan, faces the former world champion, Mayra Aguiar of Brazil. It'll be Umeki in the white judogi, Aguiar in blue.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting, isn't it? Umeki going for her second world title. Aguiar going for hers too. But... well, we always said, didn't we, that Aguiar, as soon as you know, the situation came up and certain places vacated, that she would have the chance. It would be her chance.
Yeah.
Kayla Harrison, of course, she'll be watching this, wishing them all the best. But I know Kayla, and she'll be watching it, thinking, I wish I was in there with a lot of them.
I said that the hardest route to the gold medal was Aguiar's, and now that we come to that last contest, if she's going to win this world title, she's got to get past the defending champion. Only Agbegnenu has done that. And we're talking about the kind of concentration and the determination that the fighters have to bring, and Aguiar has looked like Agbegnenu.
Yeah, the determination, you can see it and you can feel it. Ouchi-gari straight off the bat there from Aguiar. Both on the sleeves. They'll stop at any second now, give them a Shido if they don't attack. They've got to attack off it. Left to left. Aguiar almost countered her. They just have a little look. Have a look at them looking at that front leg there. Very, very tempting. You just want to go round the front leg to give it a go. But you'll have to make sure that all your weight is going forwards in order to throw it and collapse that leg. Meki gets the penalty. Well, they've got to attack. They've got to start now. It's a minute and a half in here. Both tapping away at the front leg, but they'll have to commit in the end. Two Shido's going to be given now. Well, no, a second one to Meki. Meki gets a second penalty there. Well, this is incredible because it looks like, to me, if you have a look at this, it looks like Meki here, almost afraid to lose this. Neither one really having attacked with a full-blooded attack. They don't want to do it. But it's Meki that's having her grip dominated, and she's all over the place.
It's a real struggle.
Aguiar can feel this. I know she can. Meki off balance. Clash with the hands in the face. Can't help it. It's just an accident. Aguiar digging for the shimiwaza. Just coming up then to the last minute. Last minute of the first 4 minutes. Left-handed grip by Aguiar. She has it. Now is she going to use it? She doesn't mind if they both go passive now. She just doesn't mind. She can play with the two Shidos that she has. And Meki, I have to say, hasn't looked anywhere near trying to throw Aguiar. Now she might. Just suddenly realizes this is going. There's an Uchimata as well. One-sided grip. Well, she was holding one-sided there for a little bit of time, wasn't she? Aguiar gets a penalty just for blocking out.
And now Meki should follow that. She realizes that she's putting the pressure on. There's nothing coming back from Aguiar there. Same again. Keep yourself busy. Keep putting the pressure on.
I think she heard you again, Sheldon, because that's what she just started to do. Now throwing the left arm over. Now she's going to start to work.
I don't get the impression, however, that Aguiar's tired. You know, she's gone 4 minutes. Meki has had to spend the last minute really stepping up. And Aguiar's just happy, like you say, look at the scoreboard, realise that if she can close things down, they'll both get penalised.
Oh,
and now she comes up. Yeah.
Aguiar's the world champion. Kouchigari, that was it. Change of direction. The first time that she changed it to the other side, and she scores. 11 seconds into golden score, and Aguiar has regained her world title. Well, Brazil will celebrate, that's for sure.
I've seen this a couple of times now, where the fight gets stolen at the end. You know, you think it's going to go one way, everything points in a particular direction, then all of a sudden somebody comes up with a big finish. This time it was Aguiar to finish off Umeki Mami.
This is her second gold medal of the World Championship.
Yeah, and it was pretty tight all the way along. Umeki never really looked as if she never really got going, did she? She really didn't.
Just those last 30 seconds before the golden score period, and you thought, okay, maybe something will happen now. But it's Brazil who celebrate. And it was a tough category. She definitely had the hardest draw.
Yeah, she had the hardest draw. She came through it and she dug in.
It's a world title that's been won where there can be no questions about the route that Aguiar had to take and what she had to achieve to get there. We may not be, the prettiest, but she beat everybody.
There was the Kouchi look. That was beautifully taken, wasn't it? She just pulled in. Talk about action-reaction. Umeki went down, thundered down, actually. She switched from left to right, and that's what did it, actually. She'd gone left, 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 one-dimensional, all the way, switched it to the other side, and look what happens. Umeki went down. Umeki loses her world title. Aguiar gets her second world title, and that was beautifully taken. If ever there was a time to perform a right-handed Kouchigari as a left-handed fighter, that was it.
And it's the first 10 seconds into golden score. It's the first attack in golden score, and wallop, down she goes. Well, we've got a couple of awarding ceremonies to bring to you, and the first of these is the men in the under 90 kilo category. We'll be back with a few highlights, and then we'll have the under 78 kilo category. But before we do that, let's take a look at the awarding ceremony for men in the under 90 kilo category.
Bronze medal for Georgia, Suzuki, and from Korea,
First of the bronze medals goes to Ushangi Margiani of Georgia. And then to Kwak-dong Han of the Republic of Korea. The silver medal goes to Michal Skank of Slovenia. The gold medal goes to Nemanja Majdov of Serbia.
Some good judo from both of those, especially in the bronze medal matches. But these two guys here, the surprises, aren't they? Really, yes. Absolutely. You wouldn't have put them second and first in the World Championships, but fully deserved. Absolutely. Amazing performances. Majdov is the world champion.
Well, stay with us for some more highlights from today's fifth day of competition at the World Championships here in Budapest, and after that we'll come back with the awarding ceremony in the under 78 kilo category. But now the national anthem of Serbia. That's the winning quartet there. Margiani from Georgia, Kwak from the Republic of Korea, Skank from Slovenia, and Majdov from Serbia.
Well, I wish I was a betting man, betting on that one. Fantastic performance from him, and when I say that, it's by no means a slight on his achievement, because this is a really competitive category.
Yeah, this, for men, the 81 and 90, I always think are difficult ones to get through. The depth of real quality is incredible, and then for the women, well, I go back to under 78 kilos. There's just so much in there. A couple of years ago, I may have said under 70, but right now, under 78. Right, here's some highlights, and we'll be back with you with the last of the awarding ceremonies. That'll be for the women in the under 78 kilo category. We'll be back. We come now to the awarding ceremony for the women in the under 78 kilo category. Bronze medals go first of all to Natalie Powell of Great Britain, and then to Kaliema Antomarchi of Cuba. The silver medal goes to Umeki Mami of Japan. The gold medal goes to Mayra Aguiar of Brazil.
Well, that was a great performance from Aguiar, wasn't it? It was just a terrific performance. She just plugged away and she waited her moment.
Solid.
It was absolutely solid. Well, after day 5 here in Budapest, another gold for Japan then, and a surprise gold for Serbia, and a new world champion in Majdov. Aguiar of Brazil, she wins her second gold, and she did it in style. Tomorrow we've got the superstar of world judo, Teddy Riner, stepping up to fight for his 9th world title. Can he do it? Well, only time will tell, and we're looking forward to that tremendously. Japan lead in the medals, Mongolia are second in the medals, France have 1 gold, Brazil have 1, Serbia, Germany, they all have 1 medal. It's been our pleasure as always. We're looking forward to tomorrow. Last day of the individuals. From Sheldon and I, goodbye for now.
Bye-bye.